who we got here. How we doing now? There we go. So, as I was saying, I'm clearly not prepared well for this live stream. It's crazy. All right, so I had family visiting, and as a lot of you may know, I built a new rig. So, and I reinstalled everything from scratch, so there were a few loose ends. So this is the rig, and it's hard to see because there's a mirror image. So let's play around with the lights a little bit so we can get, let's do white light. Oh, there we go. White light looks a little better. I wish I could turn this off, right? I wish it was like off. I'm not sure how to do that. I can't really like turn it off. Hey, there we go. Did that work? No, that's something else. That's not what I'm after. Oh, this is the one that I'm after. This one. Nope, that's still doing everything. Oh well, I'll have to play around with it. See, this little bar here is the backlighting of the monitor, which I wanted to sort of turn off for you guys. But anyway, so you can see the rig. If we do white light, you can see the rig pretty well. It's got blue. Let's see if we can. Right, it's got blue fluid. All right, and this I like this one because it's got like blue and white shifting back and forth. And then we've got the rainbow wave here, where we've got like rainbow colors. Yeah, even the back monitor backlighting will do back colors. And then I've got this one, just lights off, turn off. There we go. Yeah, so when lights are off, it's like complete, it's a mirror. You know, you can sort of see the little bit of the motherboard light in the back there. That won't go off ever. Okay, so let's get on to this guy. All right, I'm here. Let me pop out. Let's switch over to this browser real quick. I'm going to have to pull up my own stuff here in a minute, but let me greet all of you wonderful people who are here tonight. I got sound. Yes, sound is here. Good. Time Traveler Hardware. That's cool. Victor, thank you. Robert Hessman is here. W is here. W threw this question out fairly early. I'll just quickly address it. When you're running a hardware wallet, such as Trezor or Ledger Live, you can monitor the wallets. Once you have them set up in your software, you can monitor the wallets for incoming transactions without having the device attached. You don't need the device attached to monitor the what you're doing is monitoring the public addresses of those wallets. So you'll be able to see any incoming transactions, including incoming transactions that you may have sent to yourself. So if you go on BINANCE or Coinbase and you withdraw to your hardware wallet, you do not need the device connected to receive incoming crypto, right? Those are public addresses. As long as you have the address, you can send crypto into the wallet all day long, and you can monitor your balances all day long, right? It's when you're trying to send crypto out from those hardware wallets that you do need to have the device attached to sign the transactions, because the private keys are stored on the device, and that's the way they work. So, but it's a good question. A lot of people ask that. They get all freaky when they withdraw from Coinbase, and they'll send me questions, and they'll say, is it okay to detach my device? I'm waiting for an incoming transaction. And the answer is yes, you can do that. Sometimes when you withdraw from exchanges, it takes a while, sometimes hours. All right, so, okay, so I answered that for W. And some people were talking about scams. Blah, blah, blah. I hear there are scams. We need to send Bitcoin and receive Bitcoin. Are they once? I see the YouTube ads real. I want to send some Bitcoin, and they should double it and send it back. Please, 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 please do not do that. That is the oldest trick in the book, and please don't be fooled by that. Why would someone send you double your money back for the heck of it? It just doesn't make sense. And if they're so rich and generous, why can't they just give you Bitcoin? Why do they need you to send them Bitcoin first in order for you to receive double? It's just a lame scam, right? And we'll talk about more about that. That's kind of a big story. So welcome everybody, Alan, Aaron, Frenchie, Shinobi, Buddy Love is here. Thanks for the email. Reach out, Buddy, because I was absent, missing in action for a few, almost over a week, I guess you could say. William Tope is here. How are public addresses restored when you cover a wallet from a seed phrase? Are they saved somewhere? Yes, they are. They're saved on the blockchain. When you recover from a seed phrase, you are basically re-enabling the master private key on your device, and because it's a deterministic device, it will regenerate all of your wallets. It'll regenerate all the private keys of all of your different wallets after you've done your recovery, and not only including the balances, but also your transaction history. So any public addresses that you may have created or sending addresses that you may have created will also be regenerated from your private keys. It's math. The way the math works is that a public key can be derived from a private key mathematically, but it is impossible to go backwards. You can't take someone's public key and mathematically generate their private key. That's the way cryptography works, and we can talk a little more about that. So let's talk about that big story, the big Bitcoin scam. Let's see. It should come up if I do a Twitter Bitcoin. And before I get too much further, I must apologize to everybody that I did not put a bunch of news stories in the feed, as I usually do. Let's see here. Where can I find... Well, let me move this over here real quick. I'm going to quickly find this video and open it up. Alrighty, there we go. So you guys, I can draw your attention to the description below. Like if you look at this, if you're watching this video right now and you scroll down a little bit or hit show more below the video, you'll see all of the links that I've provided in my description. So I have affiliate links for Crypto.com, for Ledger, Brave Browser, Binance US, and Coinbase. You'll get a bonus and I'll get a bonus when you sign up for these. So check them out if you're interested. We'll talk a little bit more about Crypto.com tonight. I'll probably move some crypto from there. And then I've got some links to my channel on LBRY, which is pretty cool. Privacy Tools, which is a good link if you're interested in privacy and security. And the Mastering Bitcoin link, if you're interested in Bitcoin in general. You can get this book on Amazon. Sorry, my chair. You can get this book on Amazon, or you can read the first edition for free on GitHub. So it's a pretty good resource. In fact, there was a question here earlier about private keys and public keys. So let's just go over there. I want to show you that chart. Let's see here. I think it's keys and addresses or wallets. Let's look at keys and addresses. This is it. This is the mathematical graphic of how private keys and public keys work. So once you have generated a private key, and that means like you open up your ledger and you initialize it, right? It's going to randomly generate a master private key. Once that private key is generated, it's going to give you the seed phrase of that key, a mathematical equivalent of that, and you'll write it down and store it in a safe place. In case your wallet gets destroyed, lost, whatever, stolen, you can always restore to a different ledger or a different Trezor or even a different wallet. That 24-word recovery phrase is an industry standard, right? There are a lot of wallets that support it. So don't freak out if your ledger glitches on you and you think you're going to lose all your crypto. It won't It won't. You won't lose it if you have your recovery phrase. So this K, this private key, is what establishes the wallet, right? And then using mathematics and elliptic curve multiplication, right? It generates the public key, which you don't really see that either. What you see is when the K generates the address, right? That's what you send to other people when they send you crypto, or you send yourself crypto into the wallet. Now notice here that these black arrows show that it is impossible mathematically to go backwards, right? It's a brute force. It would require brute force testing of every single possible public key and or private key as you're going back, which is astronomically improbable, right? It would be like picking up every grain of sand on a beach and testing it to see if that's the one you're looking for, right? Which sounds almost impossible, right? How can you go along a beach and pick up every single grain of sand and try to see if it's the grain of sand you're looking for, right? Well, that's almost how impossible it is to derive a public key from a Bitcoin address, and then hence also multiply that by trying to find the private key. So wrap your head around that one. Now let's take not just every grain of sand on a beach, every grain of sand on every beach in the entire planet Earth, right? That increases it even more, right? If you can wrap your head around that one. But that's not even close to how difficult it is. Let's take every planet in the solar system. No. Let's take every atom in the entire galaxy. All right? We're getting closer, right? You'd have to look at every single atom in the galaxy one by one to find that public key. It's a brute force search, right? And now let's just say every atom in the universe, right? Now we're getting close to how difficult it is. And they say, okay, well, maybe quantum computers are going to be able to break the encryption on Bitcoin and cryptography, but they're not even close, right? It's not even close yet. It's possible, maybe in the future, but by then we've improved our cryptography. All right, so enough esoteric talking. Let's talk about that Bitcoin scam, right? Bitcoin Twitter scam was in this browser. All right, so Twitter was hacked, and Twitter big accounts were hacked, and the accounts tweeted a very lame old Bitcoin scam that anybody that's been in crypto would recognize right away. This goes back to 2017. Let me see if I can. Okay. All right, so let's go down and see if we can find the tweet. I really can't. Right, the original story has sort of faded into the background now. Here, let's try that. I'm trying to find one of the two. There we go. All right, here's a tweet from Bill Gates. Everyone is asking me to give back, and now is the time. I am doubling all payments sent to my BTC address for the next 30 minutes, right? So, hallmark of a scammer. You're running out of time, right? Anybody that tries to sell you something or tries to ask you to do something and gives you some sort of countdown, like you're running out of time to stress you out, that's a hallmark of a scam right there in the next 30 minutes, right? So always keep your ears open for these types of scams, right? Okay, you send 1,000, I'll send you 2,000, right? Only going on for 30 minutes, enjoy, right? Well, it's a lame, old, tired scam, but a lot of people may not have been aware of it, right? And to compound that, it was coming from verified accounts, right? So you see a verified account and you think the money spigot is on, right? It's time to get paid, right? And so you sit down at your computer and you send $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and you wait greedily for your $2,000 worth of Bitcoin to come back. It's not going to happen, right? You should know, right? You should get like this chill down the back of your neck right as you're about to click send that will warn you that this is a bad idea, right? Don't do it. Stupid, right? But they tricked some people. They tricked some people that maybe, not everybody even has Bitcoin. So those people that have Bitcoin in a wallet should know better, but, not everybody realizes it. Right now, some of the big exchanges like Coinbase and Gemini immediately saw this and blocked that Bitcoin address so that if anyone tried to send it directly from their exchange account, they would be blocked, right? But there are no safety, there's no safety wheels on a Bitcoin wallet, right? The Bitcoin wallet is there to do what you tell it, and if you tell it to do something dumb, it's going to do it because there's no controls on there. There's no brakes. Now they might ask you, like, are you sure? And they're pretty good. Most wallets are pretty good about, being very strict about saying, look, you need to write this recovery phrase down or you're going to lose your Bitcoin if you lose access to this wallet, right? So those are the only safety wheels on a Bitcoin wallet. Once you've got your Bitcoin wallet set up and you've got Bitcoin in there, you're in charge, right? You decide to send all of your Bitcoin to a scammer, it's gone forever. You're never going to get it back, right? There's no way to get it back. There's no one to call. There's no Bitcoin Central to call and say, hey, it was a fraud. Give me my Bitcoin back. It's not the way Bitcoin works. So anyway, I thought this was a great story. And the interesting thing about it is it's sort of, it's like a good and bad for Bitcoin, right? I think I saw a story on CNN, Bitcoin, and it was like, I don't know. Here we go. That's the headline right there. Twitter hack once again puts a negative spotlight on Bitcoin. That's the headline, right? Most people don't read the story, right? If you read the story, the headline is deceiving because the story kind of lays it out that it's really not that bad for Bitcoin, that it's not Bitcoin's fault that people are using. It's almost like saying dollars are bad because a scammer told me to send them money, right? So that means dollars are bad, right? That's ridiculous. No one would say that, right? But Bitcoin took a little heat, I guess, from some of the press over, this scam, because a lot of people are unfamiliar with Bitcoin scams, right? But if you read this entire article, and I'll go ahead and put the article down in the description, it's pretty fair to Bitcoin, right? It really wasn't Bitcoin's fault. Did I close that thing that had my... I guess I did. All right, I'll go back over here and do this again. I just don't want you guys to see my YouTube channel settings. I'm not trying to brag or anything. It's just bad manners, I guess, to reveal what's going on in my... All right, I'll leave this up. Let's go ahead and just put that story in there so you can check it out. Right? And then, let's see. Let's grab the headline too, right? I'll just put that down in the description so you guys can refer to it later if you feel like you want to, right? I didn't go and put a bunch of stories in the description like I usually do. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I built the rig. I tore my old computer apart. Actually, not all the way apart. There were most of the components were new, as it turned. And I was trying not to cannibalize the old machine because I wanted to give most of it to my wife. But as it turned out, I bought some specialty power cables, and the pins were wrong for the power supply. My older power supply that I was going to use, right? It was a good power supply, but then I tried to connect my power cables to it for the motherboard, and it was like the pins didn't match. So I ended up having to cannibalize the power supply out of my previous machine. But other than that, it's sitting behind me. I'm probably going to give it to my wife once I get another power supply. All right, so that's it. You guys can check out these stories. But it says a lot about Bitcoin, and a lot of people, think Bitcoin is untraceable. It's not, but it is difficult to trace a Bitcoin transaction to a specific person. It is possible, though. There are a lot of analytics firms out there that can do that sort of thing. But if the user is careful, it makes it more difficult, right? I don't think anything is foolproof. You can't hide from the NSA, but the NSA is probably not really interested in what I'm doing with my Bitcoin. But they might be interested in this, right? But from what I understand, the scammers moved the Bitcoin and anonymized it using Wasabi Wallet, which is a way to obfuscate your Bitcoin transactions. Right? That's a little advanced. But the big thing is okay, Bitcoin is involved in this huge scam that got a lot of press, and a lot of people were like, hey, what's up with Bitcoin? So it's good and bad for Bitcoin, right? Because a lot of people might go, oh, wow, Bitcoin is untraceable, or, oh, wow, Bitcoin might be something I'd be interested in if, it's like that, right? So a lot of people are just being exposed to Bitcoin by this, right? Interesting. I thought so. All right, so let me look to see if there's any questions. I'll move some crypto. I had to quickly download and install my Mirage X software so that I could share my phone. So why don't I'm going to move some ADA from an exchange into my wallet. I'm going to move it over here for a second. Let's see if it connects to the ADA network. Looks good here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to hide this stuff from you guys or not. Let's see. Can I do this? Looks like I can. Maybe I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. I don't feel like it. All right. All right, so let's look at an ADA wallet using the Daedalus Wallet. And as you can see, there's some ADA in here. And I would like to withdraw some ADA from an exchange and store it in this wallet. The ADA is going to be the type of cryptocurrency that you can stake when the network goes completely live here in the next month or so, I believe. They'll probably upgrade this wallet to allow staking. As it stands, it is not stakeable yet. So I get a lot of questions about that too. But it will be in the near future. So there's a lot of interest in ADA. So if you're interested in storing ADA in your own wallet, I would go to the Cardano homepage. All right. Just open up Cardano, and then you can go to individuals. Okay, yeah, individuals, and then you can go over to the Daedalus wallet. All right, download and install the Daedalus wallet for storing your ADA. As far as I know, that is the only way to stake. That will be the only way to stake ADA. But they might have some, like the Yori wallet might allow staking at some point. And you can use a ledger to store your private key. What I would really love to see is, like if I do add wallet in the Daedalus wallet, I would love to see it say create wallet based on ledger, right? You create a private key on your ledger and connect it to your Daedalus wallet. But we can't do that yet, but we will soon. All right, so let's take a look at our, I think this is, there we go. Let's share the phone for a moment here. All right. All right, and so what I would like to do is I've got some ADA. Let's go back here. I need to get out of this, right? How do I get out of this? Help! Okay. All right, that's funny. I would like to... There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. You can hide this panel. All right, that's cool. So what we need to do is receive some ADA, right? And this is an ADA address. As you'll notice, it's pretty long, right? You can copy it into your clipboard, and you can scan the QR code. Now, you can also generate a new address whenever you do a transaction, which makes it more private and secure in the long run, right? If you use a new address each time you need to transfer some ADA. So I'm going to leave that QR code there. And let's go over to our phone here. And then I'm just going to do this one real quick and get the transaction going so that, and then I'll look at your questions. I'm sure you guys have some questions. And I hope nobody's mad that I haven't responded to their question yet. All right, so let's go to Cardano here. And we want to do a transfer of our Cardano. Right, and part of that transfer would be a withdrawal, right? We can deposit or withdraw. Let me get this here. Oh, I'm blurry. My goodness, look at me. There we go. I usually try to keep an eye on what I look like over on the other screen. There we go. All right, so we're going to do a withdraw, and we're going to withdraw to an external wallet. And I believe I've got this wallet. Now, I could send to this address again. It would still get into the wallet. But it would be better to send it using the new address so there's not a full transaction record of the wallet, right? Whitelisting is cool when you have them on exchanges. It's a little extra trouble to whitelist new addresses every time you want to send some crypto, but it's more private and secure if you do it. A little extra care you need to take. So let's add a new withdrawal address to my Crypto.com account. I'm going to do that by hitting that plus up in the top right corner of my phone, up here, right? I'm just going to tap that plus, and it's going to give me the opportunity to add a new withdrawal address for my ADA. So I'm going to tap that little QR code there and open up the camera on my phone, and I'm going to scan that ADA address from my desktop-based wallet. All right, let's just call this Daedalus Shopping. You have to give it some kind of name, right? We're going to hit continue. And then it wants my two-factor, right? So I'm going to go over to my Google Authenticator. I'm going to get that code. Now notice the code is about to expire. So I'm going to give it a second or two. And once that Crypto.com code regenerates, I'm going to tap it in Google Authenticator. You see it copies it into my clipboard. I can slide back over to Crypto.com and paste that Google Authenticator code in there, right? Now, that's one phase of the security. Now they're going to send me an email to confirm that I am the account holder because I control this email, right? I'm going to do the confirm withdrawal address, right? And it should take me back to Crypto.com. And did it? Oh, okay. Already been confirmed or invalid. Okay. So most likely, even though it's from the same wallet, for some reason, it doesn't like it. I mean, even though it's a brand new receiving address, same wallet, it's for some reason it doesn't like it. I don't know why. That's weird. Okay. That was odd. Well, I guess I can't argue with it, right? Let's take a look at what I've got in here already. All right, let's go back here. So it says Daedalus Shopping waiting for email. I did that. Yeah, I think it's gonna... Well, I'm gonna try it one more time just to see. You guys get to troubleshoot with me. but I guess it's just not going to. It just doesn't like that. All right, let's go back. All right, there it is again. Okay, let's confirm that again and let it spit it back out. Nah, it doesn't like it. Doggone it. I don't really know what's going on with that, to be honest with you. So let's just withdraw to the existing address that it knows about and likes. Kind of weird. Don't know what happened there. That is definitely an ADA address, and it's definitely a valid ADA address. I don't know why Crypto.com doesn't like it. Maybe it recognizes that it's the same wallet and doesn't like me trying to use two different addresses. Although it is not the exact same wallet. It's the same copy of Daedalus, but it's a different wallet, right? The storage wallet is the one that I usually withdraw to. So I don't know why it doesn't like the shopping wallet address. I don't have time to troubleshoot that. I'm just going to go ahead and withdraw to storage. Okay. And I'm going to edit that field and just do max ADA, right, and hit withdraw. I don't know. I think it always charges you 10 ADA, so I guess it doesn't really matter how much ADA you've got. For 411, that seems kind of steep, right? But, I mean, I've withdrawn more ADA before, and it's usually always 10, right? So if you draw 2,000 ADA, you're only going to get charged 10 ADA. Every exchange has a different way, different fees, different charges, different percentages, however you want to deal with it, right? All right, so we withdrew the ADA, and then we can check in there's a clock up there in the corner with a little dollar sign next to it. That's transaction history. And we can just confirm there that the ADA is withdrawing. And it's got the ADA address. So we'll just keep an eye on that. And we should be receiving some more ADA in the storage wallet. It's usually pretty fast, right? So we'll just keep an eye on that. And it should be coming into storage. All right, let me try to catch up to you guys. Sorry I haven't been reading all of your comments and questions. Benny, okay, let's see. Okay, Dave D, what's the big deal about the BTC scam? Nigerian princes have been scamming us out of dollars for decades. Good point, David. That is true. I think we talked about that, you know, we're not going to say that cash is bad just because people are trying to scam us out of our cash, right? And scamming someone out of cash is very similar to Bitcoin, right? If you write someone a check and mail it to them and they cash it, there's really not much you could do to get the money back from your bank, right? Because, you know, whoever cashed the check has now got the money and they're not going to give it back. And if they ask you for cash, cold hard cash, you just hand somebody cash, you're not going to get your cash back either, right? So if you're 16 and you give somebody money to go buy you beer and then they never come back, it's gone, right? Same thing. Benny, glad to see me streaming. Thank you. I just wanted to say that you introduced me to crypto and I'm forever grateful. Would be a cool father to have. Thank you, Benny. I appreciate that. Dave D, Alan, you can use the same address. You can generate a new one every time. Yes. Almost all crypto is like that, right? You can, if you generate a brand new address each time, it's going to be more private and secure because each transaction will be on its own address, right? But you can keep sending to the same address over and over again. It will always get there, right? So that's fine. All right. Can you help me with MEW, my Ether wallet? How to swap? Having trouble? Thanks. Okay, Shinobi. Okay. Now, there's many ways to use my Ether wallet. MEW. I don't much use MEW wallet. Let's see. Let's try that. Get this. There we go. Okay. Welcome to the new Mew. It's every time I come on here, it's new. Let's get it. All right. So, okay. So there's a lot of ways to create wallets in MEW. You can create All right, all right, all right. They're going to make me go through all this. Okay. All right. So there's the MEW Connect way. There's the key store way, which is not recommended, and the mnemonic phrase, which is not recommended, right? They don't recommend these because when you use these methods, they're going to generate a key for you. As you can see, there's one right there. If anybody sees that, you're toast, right? You can use 24 words. Anybody sees that, you're toast. And every time you go back onto this wallet, you're going to need to re-enter that phrase in your browser, which is very insecure, right? You don't want to do that, right? That's not the best way to use MyEtherWallet. Most people use MyEtherWallet with a hardware device. So when we click Access My Wallet, that MEW Connect is a good way where the private key is stored on your phone. A little clunky, right? So the best way is the hardware way, right? There's lots of different hardware devices that you can use with MEW, right? Now you do need to have the Ethereum app on your device, and it needs to be open for you to use MEW, and the device needs to be connected to your computer. And you have to have your PIN entered, all that good stuff, right? So a lot of people, when they use these kind of wallets, they sort of get it, but they fail to do all of the things required on the hardware end of it, and they get confused, right? It's not working because, I don't know, they didn't connect the device, right? Or they haven't entered their PIN yet. So I already have my PIN entered. Let's put this guy on here. Oh, I need to put this new. Just give me a second here. Yeah, okay. Sorry about this, guys. Let's do this. As you can see, like I had to start all this stuff over again. All right. Okay. Good. There we go. Okay. Oops. All right. So there is my device. All right, we can take a look at that device. Now I'm in the Bitcoin app, I believe, so I'm going to exit that by navigating on. Oh, actually, I was in the Ethereum app, so I'm okay. So you can navigate around your different apps like this, moving using the buttons back and forth. The same with the S. The buttons are just on the top on the Ledger Nano S. So let's go over to the Ethereum app, right? And we want to hit both buttons, enter the Ethereum app. Now, when I install the Ethereum app on my device, I have created an Ethereum private key. Now it's empty, right? There's nothing in it, right? But that's how you create your wallet, right? You just install the app on your device. And that's done in the Ledger Live Manager, right? I won't go into that part of it. We're just going to assume that that's done. Most of you probably already have the Ethereum app on your Ledger device or Trezor or whatever. So I'm going to choose Ledger here. I'm going to hit continue, and hopefully this is going to work. Now there are two derivation paths for Ethereum on the Ledger. The older one, which was used to back in the day with the Chrome apps, and there are a lot of people probably still using those, is this derivation path. The newer derivation path is this one, the Ethereum Ledger Live. That's the one that I've got on this device. So a lot of people maybe miss this step, right? So we'll do that. We'll hit next. And now, as you can see, Windows is trying its best to confuse me. But there's the address that, now you can see I've created several Ethereum wallets over time on this device, right? So there are a few here with like some small amounts of Ethereum or zero and some old transaction history, right? So they're showing up. But this is the one that I want access to. I'm going to hit this, highlight it. It's another thing people may not realize. You click it once to highlight it, and then you got to tick this off too to get that green button going, right? Once the button turns green, we can hit Access Wallet, and lo and behold, there we go. right? I don't really need to do much with my device at this point because I'm simply connecting to it. I don't know. All right, I'm reading comments from, so I'm just going to turn this off for the moment. All right. Now notice that the MyEther wallet shows me my Ethereum balance, and it also shows me the balance of several tokens that I have stored in this Ethereum wallet, right? The SNT token, the Solve token, the TNT token, the Data token. I've got some Chainlink in there, and then I've got a small amount of MCO, and then there's a bunch of like tokens that I have zero balance on that really don't matter, right? The ones here at the top matter. Now, Kick token was sent to me. It's kind of a spam token. I don't like it. I don't want it. I'm not really sure how to hide it in my Ether wallet. Now, we can look at the exact same address using Ledger Live. Right? So let's take Ledger Live as an example. And this is why I don't really use my Ether wallet anymore, because I can manage my Ethereum wallets in Ledger Live now. Back in the old days, you couldn't. Right? Ledger supported Ethereum, but you couldn't see your ERC20 tokens. And I don't know if that ADA is ever going to arrive, right? What happened? Or is that it? No, it's 714. Hasn't arrived yet. We're still waiting for our ADA with bated breath. Right? Let's get rid of this too. All right, so if I go to accounts, and I go over here to the account that I've named Ethereum Main, you can see that we're looking at the exact same wallet, right? This account was created from my device, and it has the same private key as this MEW that we're looking at, right? Same balance, right? 0.4865, right? 0.48365. So exactly the same, and I can send and receive, and I can manage my ERC20 tokens. I can send and receive my ERC20 tokens. I can do everything that I do in my Ether wallet. But I can also hide tokens in Ledger Live. So if I go over here to accounts, you can see that I can hide empty balances, right? If I go back over here to accounts to that same wallet, you can see there's a bunch of zero balances that I don't really need to see. So if I go and turn that on, you'll notice it's much cleaner, right? I don't see all those zero balances. And then also, I've got some hidden tokens, right? Like Kick token. I really don't care to see that because it's worthless, right? But if I unhide it and go back to the account, there you can see it again. See, there it is, Kick token. I don't want to see that, and it's not showing me dollar values for some reason. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll play with that in a minute. But let's just right-click on a token, and I can choose Hide Token, so I don't have to see it anymore. Right, and that goes over there. Now, I don't know why. Oh, nothing's working here. I don't know what's going on with Ledger. It's not giving me pricing information. All right, so should I freak out? Well, no. My crypto is not gone. It's in the wallet. It's stored in the private key. Ledger Live is just sort of glitching out and not showing me my dollar value. This does not mean that my crypto is worthless. It just means that there's a little problem with the Ledger Live interface. Right? Don't know what's going on with that. So usually I'll just close it and start it over, just to see if that kicks it, kick it in the can a little bit, and let's see. Or maybe I'm not connected to the internet. All right, yes, the portfolio is still not showing. Okay, it's glitched. All right, so that's MEW, and that's a way to manage your Ethereum balances. Whoops, let's go back over. Whoops, there we go. All right, so my Ether wallet. All right, so times are difficult right now. Send me Digibyte and I will return back double the amount. Really? Scott Lee's here. Hello. Okay, what's the big deal? Okay, let me go down a little more. Victor, can I change the keyword order at start or use my own? I buy a Nano and don't know how many times it's being opened on gateways during the travel. Can I change my keyword order at start? Not quite sure what you're asking. I don't know if you're asking about the seed phrase. Can I change the keyword order at start or use my own? When you're first initializing this device, you cannot choose your own seed phrase. It is, it's an enclosed mechanism that mathematically generates a random seed phrase. You could regenerate a different one, but then you would lose access to all of your wallets that you created on the first configuration. And your key is never revealed. So I think that's maybe a little overly concerned about security there. I mean, it's a secure device. The private key never leaves the device. So there's no reason to like generate a brand new master private key every time you go somewhere and come back. I mean, I get it that you're concerned, but you'd have to transfer all of your crypto into the new configuration every time you did that, and you'd lose a little bit in transaction fees. It would be very inconvenient. I think you should kind of trust the way the device is set up. It's a secure device. You need a PIN to get into it. No one's going to see your private key if you're traveling around the world using your device. I guess that's all I can say about that, Victor. But I understand your concern. Everyone's concerned. Maxwell's equation is here. It gets more improbable with multi-sig. The entropy is increased by many orders of magnitude. For every multi-sig required, you can entropy faster than brute force could keep pace with. I suppose you could create a new passphrase every time you get back from your trip, but like I said, you'd still have to manage the crypto, moving it back and forth into the new configuration. But if you're totally paranoid, that might make you feel better. Okay. Not sure how transfers work in relation to mining a new coin. When you're mining coins on a GPU or on a mining hardware of some kind, it doesn't really matter. The wallet doesn't even have to be on the mining device, right? The wallet can just be an address somewhere else, right? Usually when you're mining, you're going to put in the rewards address, where the rewards go as you're mining, right? So you're probably going to be mining in a pool. So your mining pool, you point your device at that mining pool and lend your processing power to that mining pool. And then when the rewards get distributed, you're going to get a slice of those rewards based on the amount of power that you're contributing to the pool. And then that rewards address, like I said, it doesn't even have to be on the same machine you're using to mine. It can be on a completely different machine. It could be to a paper wallet. It could be wherever, someone else's wallet. It doesn't matter. So I don't know the question. How do you send crypto with a text in it so that the receiver knows it's from you? I've never tried that. I think there are maybe some wallets that have a memo field. Some crypto has a little memo field. I don't know that the other person on the other end of it sees. Usually the person at the other end that's provided the address is expecting it. There are ways to hide messages within a Bitcoin transaction. Let me see if we can track that down. Hack Bitcoin message. Monero, I think it's because somebody, okay, hidden messages found in transactions to Twitter hacked Bitcoin address. I don't know, right, I don't know if I can, yeah, there it is. So some, and I'm not adept at this. I know it's possible. I've never really felt the need to do it, but you'll notice here that in this particular Bitcoin transaction, they did several very, very small Bitcoin transactions to that public address in the Twitter hack and somehow embedded some text in there. It's possible to do that. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if you can do it in the Ledger Live interface or if you need like a separate wallet or you do this on the command line. It's most likely. But there it is. Transaction outputs as text. You take a risk when you use Bitcoin for your Twitter game. Bitcoin's traceable. Why not Monero? That's pretty cool. So they've basically just chosen these transactions. Somehow they've edited or created these transaction IDs that have embedded text. I've never really cared to do this, but I'm not, like I said, I don't think you can do it in Ledger. You probably have to use some kind of command line interface to do this. Maybe the Electrum Bitcoin wallet might allow you to do things like this. That might be a way to hide your or embed your message to the other person. But usually I think, I don't know that when we send Bitcoin, there we go. We got the dollar values are back. I don't know what was going on there. So we can go back to this where we were talking about, yeah. So you can see there that the ERC20 tokens have a dollar value attached to them. And the Ethereum balance has a dollar value attached to them. And you don't get that in My Ether wallet. I don't know why. I mean, it would be nice if they provided you dollar values. There might be a way to do it. Yeah, they're not even giving me over here the dollar value of any of these. Just giving me the amounts, right? So that's kind of why I prefer to use Ledger Live to manage my Ethereum. A little more convenient than MEW. But MEW is a little more versatile, I guess. Has more things you can tweak around with. So maybe you might prefer that if you're like an advanced user. So I hope I answered all the questions about My Ether wallet. Oh, look, Crypto.com just sent me a... whoops. Let's go back here. There we go. So Crypto.com just alerted me that my withdrawal was complete. I'll take that down there. So you can see there that it says the ADA withdrawal is now completed. 411 ADA minus 10. So I only got 401 ADA in my wallet. But it's there now, right? So that was a transfer, right? Now, when the Daedalus Wallet has staking available, I will definitely do a video on that. I'm sure it will get a lot of views. Everyone's been kind of waiting for ADA staking, right? That's like the promise of ADA, is that you'll be able to stake it. And then we can talk about some more staking tonight. Let me just kind of go down and see if I've gotten to everyone's questions. I probably missed a lot, so sorry. Mu is wonky. My crypto is wonky. Back to Mu. Go figure. Bitcoin is software. Nothing is Bitcoin's fault. That's good. I like that. Loaded NIM on my ledger, but when I go to manager to find it, it isn't there. Frowny face. It's been killing me for 2 days trying to figure the problem out. Okay. I can't really troubleshoot the swap function. Oh, okay. That's what you're interested in. Okay. The swap function in MEW is probably just a way to swap one coin for another, right? So let's see what happens when I click this. Oh, okay. All right. So there's a little widget in there that allows me to swap one cryptocurrency for another, right? Now, this whole Bitcoin thing, I would need to send this, if I were to swap Ethereum for Bitcoin, I would need to send it to a Bitcoin wallet, right? Now, it's just using Changely. That's all it's doing. It's basically using Changely under the hood. You could go directly to Changely and swap cryptocurrencies, right? So a lot of, and I don't think that's going to work. Oh, is it going to work? Okay, right. So there are a lot, and that's kind of the way Ledger Live works too. Ledger Live is like giving me the opportunity to say buy Bitcoin, if I can find it, right? Right. It says, oh, okay, you can buy some Bitcoin, right? Well, it's who is it? I forget the name of the company here. Let's hit continue. Okay, I don't want to do it. There is a third-party company that handles these swaps, right? You're not really swapping. My Ether wallet is not doing the swapping. It's sort of giving you an interface to an exchange, right? So let's see, what could we swap? BAT for ETH, okay. Let's see. ETH to KNC. It's like it's giving me one ETH, right? I don't even have one ETH in here. I don't know that it could let me. Let's do 0.5. Right? Is that it's going to let me do? Oh, I don't even have 0.5. Let's do 0.3. All right. Okay. All right. So first of all, we had to go through all that stuff where we needed it connected. We needed to be in our Ethereum app on our device. And once we were there, now we can do these swaps, right? And I could swap some of my Ethereum for another coin, right? Now, is it going to let me... Wouldn't it just let me put it back to this address? Okay. All right, so it looks like... Let me just move that. Yeah, it's the same. It's because KNC, I guess, is an ERC20 token. It's going to let me swap it and just put it back in the same wallet, right? And then see, there's all these different third-party providers that will allow me. I could do Changely. Oh, they have a minimum, right? So let's say Kyber. Kyber will let me do it, and then I'll hit continue. And what's going to happen is it'll take 0.3 ETH from my wallet and send me back 38 KNC, right? That's the deal, right? They're just doing the swap. And the Kyber network is kind of a decentralized type exchange where you can swap cryptocurrencies. It's not that much different than just going on an exchange and trading. It's just a little more decentralized. But that's basically what we're dealing with when we use these swap functions in my Ether wallet, right? So you have to have enough ETH to make the trade. And I don't see... Oh, there's more, okay. Okay, so we could change... Would it let me use any of my ERC20 tokens? Let's see. I have Solve. And would it let me trade that for Bitcoin? No providers found, right? It doesn't like that one. It's probably gonna only work with Ethereum, right? And it's got to be, it can't be more than you have in the wallet, right? So I could trade for Bitcoin with Changely, but I would need to give them a Bitcoin address for them to send the Bitcoin to, right? Or we could, let's see what else they got. Would it let me buy MCO? Okay, so I could trade that 0.3 Ethereum for MCO if I wanted to, and it would give me 16. For the 0.3 ETH, it would give it 16, and then I would use the same address as this wallet, right? So I'm just swapping Ethereum for an ERC20 token and sending it right back into my wallet, right? So that might be a good way to buy different cryptocurrencies if you've got a bunch of Ethereum, right? And you want to use it to purchase ERC20 tokens. All right. So that's kind of how the swap works on MEW. You can do that. Small amount, right? 0.1. Right. So you can use. Oh, thank you. It's Coinify. That's right. Giuliani, L. Giuliam mentioned that it's Coinify, right? Behind the scenes on your ledger is Coinify, which is another third party. Coinify. There it is. There it is. Right. So basically, when you sell on the ledger or buy on the ledger, it's using Coinify behind the scenes, right? And I've set it up, but I'm not a big fan. It seems kind of expensive and clunky, but it is good for maybe someone that's never used cryptocurrency before that might be interested in trying to acquire some cryptocurrency or swap directly within Ledger, right? But and that you could swap one cryptocurrency for another, right? So I could swap, and let's see if there's any Bitcoin in any of these. There's no Bitcoin in any of these. Let's see, maybe let's try XRP, see what happens. Oh, but XRP doesn't have that buy on there. Let's see, buy. Choose a crypto asset. Okay, so I want to buy some Ethereum. Oh, and then I want to put it in the Ethereum wallet, right? We'll hit continue, and then it wants me to connect the device, which it is. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so here we go. Now it's asking me for money. It is powered by Coinify, and I would choose dollars. There we go. And then it's going to want my credit card, and I could use my credit card to purchase some Ethereum, right? Minimum is 57, right? So let's say $70. Whoops, $70 worth, right? I'm not going to do it, right? But that's how you could buy crypto within Ledger Live. But you're not really using Ledger Live, you're using Coinify, right? You could just as easily just go over the Coinify website and do the same thing. Right? It's just kind of a convenient feature that they've sort of added under the hood to make it easy, right? So I wanted to talk a little bit about staking. Ah, yes, NIM. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at NIM. I think what happened when you transferred your NIM is that you thought it was an ERC20 token. Let's find out what NIM is, first of all. Let's go over to price charts here. And let's make sure we're talking about the same coin. Is that it? What is this thing? It's not coming up. Is it like SNIM? No. You're saying $NIM? Am I reading that correctly? $NIM. It's not coming up. I don't know what it is. Let's see what we can figure out here. Where did you buy it? Ah, okay. NIM? Let's try this. NIM coin? NIM. Is that it? NIMQ? Is that it? Elron coin is forbidden in USA? Question mark. Could you check, please? No dollar. Okay. NIMQ. Okay, is this, are we on it? Just NIM. Okay. Let's try this. NIM. I still don't see it. Okay, there it is. Oh, that's the ticker symbol. Okay, we're on it. All right, so this is it. All right, so did you try to send it to an MEW or Elrond is on MEW? You can swap it. Interesting. There are really no coins that are forbidden in the United States. There might be exchanges that won't allow you to use their exchange, but the coin itself is sort of universal. right? If you can find someone willing to send it to you, there's no law prohibiting you from gaining access to a coin that I'm aware of. But maybe it might be a situation where the only exchange that has the coin you're looking for, it does not allow U.S. users on it, right? There are a lot of exchanges out there that, because of U.S. regulations, they don't want to get in trouble with U.S. regulators, because they'll track you down to the four corners of the earth. They just make it so that people from the U.S. are blocked, right? Their IP addresses are blocked on exchanges. You can circumvent that by using a VPN, right? So a lot of exchanges, if you use a VPN, your IP address is hidden. They don't know you're in the U.S. They think maybe you're in Sweden or France or Russia or wherever your VPN server happens to be, right? You can choose different servers using a VPN, right? So that might be the way that you could get your hands on a particular coin that you're after. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, if you're not familiar with that. But there's a lot of VPNs out there. They're basically subscription-based services. There are ways to get VPNs for free, but they usually have ads or they're a little wonky. You're probably better off just, biting the bullet and spending a little of your hard-earned cash on a VPN subscription. NordVPN is pretty good. It's good for beginners. Private internet access is pretty good. Now, all of these have their weaknesses and strengths. It's pretty difficult to find a VPN that's foolproof, right? If they're in the U.S., they can be subpoenaed by U.S. law enforcement. If you're like money laundering using them or whatever, or you're just trying to keep your internet browsing private, some people say they're red flags for security people. If they see you're using a VPN, you're like suspect. So there's all kinds of things that surround VPNs, right? But I think they're pretty common. I think a lot of companies require them on users' laptops and phones and that sort of thing. So I wouldn't worry too much about just using a VPN, right? People use them all the time. They improve your security and privacy, right? So you might need to use a VPN to access certain cryptocurrency exchanges that block U.S. users. All right, so back to NIM, right? Well, I don't know what you did. Let's see, Thomas? Yeah, Thomas, I believe you can get NIMQ on your ledger, right? Let's go back over here to Manager. And I'm going to go to Manager, and it wants me to quit the app on my device. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to navigate over to Quit by using one button, and I'll hit both buttons. Now, I would like to go into the Manager. And then I've got on the device, I have to confirm by hitting both buttons. I believe that they have an app for NIM, right? N-I-M? Whoops, sorry. N-I-M? All right, there it is, right? So, and there's the $, right? Let's hit install. Well, I'm just going to show you the device, right? Oops. Let's hit install. And we should see on the device, it should say processing. All right. Okay, let's learn more. Let's learn more about it a little bit. See what it says here. Okay. All right, so we set up Ledger Live. We got the latest firmware. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, now here's the NIM user guide, right? This is where they get you, right? Because it may not be, what is Ledger S? We know about all that. Okay, we've installed it. All right, now we need NIMQ safe in your browser. All right, so if we went over here, now that we've got the NIM app on the device, let's go over there. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's a $sign. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go into that, right? And then let's go back over to accounts and hit add account. All right, so let's put in NIM. Uh-oh, it's not there, right? So there's no way to create a NIM account in Ledger Live, so it needs to be managed with a third party. So let's just close that. Let's go back over to these instructions, right? Let me copy that into my clipboard, and I'm going to share that with you. Whoops, where are we? Got to find you guys. There you are. All right, there's the guide I'm using. All right. So we need to get this NIM safe browser, right? So let's hit NIM safe. I'll open it in another link. All right. Log in using your, okay, we've connect. Let's do connect ledger. Let's hit connect ledger. All right. There's the device. I'm going to hit connect. Ooh. It does not like this. I'm going to put this down here. My malware doesn't like it. I'm going to add the web exclusion. All right, I did that. Okay. Let's do the, I don't know, the guy with the beer. The guy playing soccer, I'm not a big sports fan. The doctor, not crazy about that. What's the Indian? Let's do the hedgehog, right? This is your account. Okay. This is your account with your first. We'll finish that. Welcome to the NIM blockchain. Lo and behold, it's blocked it again. It does not like it. I'm going to look again and add that exclusion. You guys can't see what I'm doing down here. I'm adding the exclusion to my malware bytes because it's not. All right, so now, there we go. Receive some NIM. Oh, all right. Blech, I hate these. Boy, I just really despise these. Okay, so somebody gave me 0.1 NIM just as an airdrop. Look at that. Boink. All right, now, here's what we want to do. We want to do a receive, and we want to use this address, or we can copy that address and withdraw our NIM from an exchange and put it in, and it will go into this wallet. So we need to find a cryptocurrency exchange that where we can buy NIM. Let's see, is, oh, you know what? I closed everything, didn't I? Bad me. Let's, where did you buy it? Not all cryptos are supported in live, that's right. Even though you can store the private key on your device, it's not always supported in Ledger Live, right? So that's why we need to use a third-party wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to Binance, right? You get pretty good luck with Binance. Okay, got to open up this. See, I was woefully unprepared for you guys. That's going to work. Oh, it worked. My God, I can't believe it. All right. Cannot believe that because I like fudged the password when I was entering it. All right, so I'm going to put in my Google Authenticator code. Always enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. Please. Please, please, please. Is this Binance US? Did I go to Binance US? Or is this Binance? Oh, this is Binance. Yay. All right, so we'll go over here to Spot Wallet, and let's see if they have NIM, right? No, they do not, right? Who has NIM, right? Where'd you buy that NIM? Thomas, where'd you buy that NIM? KuCoin. Oh, okay. Thomas on KuCoin. All right. I think I have a KuCoin account. Let's see here. There, is that it? Where is KuCoin? Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Let's log in. There's my account. Let's hit that. All right. I'm not a robot. I am not. I swear. All right, my two-factor authentication. I've got in my Google Authenticator for KuCoin. Gonna let it, we're just gonna go 854079. Just trust this damn device for Pete's sake. All right, is it gonna let me in? All right, it says it's in there. All right, so, okay. So before you can buy some NIM, you're gonna have to move a little money into your trading account. All right, and then, whoops, what the heck was that? Let's go to markets. Assets. Oh, okay, trading account. I'm just going to see if I can search for NIM. NIM. There it is. Okay. All right. So, okay, so you have some NIM here, and we want to transfer some out. Oh, I see what I got to do. All right, you would have to do it in the main account. I'm just trying to get to the point where, yeah, let's do it that way. All right. Okay, so here we go. Withdraw NIM, right? And then we go back to this guy. Where is he? Where was it? Here we go. All right, and then we're going to do a receive, and we're going to get that address, right? And we're going to go back to KuCoin. We're going to paste that puppy in there. Boom. And that should go, and then you can even add a little remark to it. So that would be the way to withdraw your NIM. I don't know what you did and how you managed, or how you thought you sent it to a ledger, but hopefully you didn't send too much. All eyes should be open. The fundamentals are on a gem. CoinSwitch Pro. Okay, yeah. So that would be the way to do it. If you had NIM in your KuCoin account, move it from your trading to your main, and then you can do the withdrawal based on that address that you've generated. And and we did that with a ledger device as our private key. So the NIM private key is stored safely and securely on our ledger. It's a little convoluted to get it to work, but it's better than not having your private key on your ledger, right? You could create a wallet just out of a key. You don't really want to do that, right? You want the key could be stored on your computer or on a piece of paper, but when you do those paper-based keys, then you have to enter the private key every time you access the wallet, and that's not secure, right? You want that private key to be stored somewhere safe, right? And speaking of having something on a ledger, I'm going to disconnect this ledger here. Yeah. And I'm going to connect my other ledger. For those of you who might be interested in one, Unity 1, whatever it's called, 111. All right, I'm going to attach my Ledger Nano S. Now, when you use Ledger Live with the Ledger Nano S, let's go to Manager here. It wants me to unlock my device, which I will do. All right, go almost there. Now I've unlocked my device, and it was starting to wonder what was taking me so long. Right, I'm gonna hit both buttons. Right, Ledger, allow Ledger Manager. Now the reason I'm doing my Ledger Nano S is because I want to use Harmony 1. Now I've already got it installed, but if you don't have it installed, the only way it'll show up when you search for it is if you go over here to Settings and enable Developer Mode, right? You have to be in Developer Mode in order to use the Harmony 1 app. It's kind of funny, right? So once you get that Harmony 1 app, once you enable Developer Mode, you can go back over to the Manager and you can install the Harmony 1 app. All right, and once you've got the Harmony 1 app on your device, which I do, right? I can go over to, where in the heck is that? No, I've probably forgotten where the heck it is. Oof. I might have to go into my history, find it. No, that's not it. History. Let's go down there. Where is that history? What was I doing there? Oh, we were looking for an address. And I bought something on Amazon. Here it is. All right. All right, so I'm on the Harmony One staking. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Right now, it says, and I'll share this with you guys. Those of you who like Harmony One, you might want to check this out. It wants me to sign in. Now, I downloaded and installed the Harmony One app on this device. Right. So let's turn this guy back on. Right, and let's navigate using the buttons, right? I'm using the Ledger Nano S now. Let's go over to the Harmony One app and let's hit both buttons. And we're in the Harmony One. And let's go over to sign in, right? We'll hit sign in. And I want to use an existing address. And it's going to let me use my ledger, right? It's going to let me use the private key that got created on my ledger. When I installed that app on my ledger, it created a Harmony One private key, right? That's the trick, right? Had to be in developer mode to do it, and it had to be an S, right? It's not compatible with the X yet, right? Has to be the S. Right, so we're going to use Ledger Nano. We're going to hit sign in, and then I'm going to choose my device. It's connected. The pin's entered, and it's in the Harmony One app, and lo and behold, boom, there it is. Right, I can go to portfolio, and as you can see, I've got a total of 42,000 Harmony One in my portfolio, and there's 21,000 available for staking. I've already staked some of it, but it was earlier today, right? So it hasn't generated any rewards yet. But let's just say, okay, let's go to a validator. And let's see, we're going to go for the highest one. Let's try Everstake, right? And we want to delegate. How much do I want to delegate? Let's just delegate 50% of what's left to this guy, right? And we'll hit next, right? And it wants me to plug it in, which I've done, right? And I'm in the Harmony app. Let's see if that works. Let's hit confirm and sign. And look at there. It says delegate stake on my device, right? So I'm going to, this is where I'm signing it with the private key. I'm going to hit both buttons here. Or is it one button? I don't know. Well, let's hit that button. Okay, there's the address. I can look at it. I can kind of scroll through it. Okay, hit both buttons to confirm that address. There's the validator address. I can scroll through that too. Hit both buttons to confirm that. There's the amount. Hit both buttons. Sign stake. I'll just hit that one check. I think that's what, no, I'll hit both. Oh no, it worked. All right, and there we go. Now I've staked some more of my Harmony One on the network. Signed successfully, waiting for it to be confirmed on the network. And boom, there we go. Successful delegation. This is the promise of decentralized finance, right? You are now able to delegate your coins. In this case, we're delegating our Harmony One to a validator who is going to be able to use my coins to help run their node, right? And they're going to reward me with some interest, right? I will earn about almost 13% interest on my Harmony One coins. And you can see here that I've already delegated some of it, right? And the trick was that I had to sign the delegation on my device, right? The private key never left my device. The private key was used to sign that delegation commitment, right? And I'm not that familiar with Harmony One, but it's kind of big right now. I think it's Chinese. So there's a lot of interest over there in China with Harmony One, right? And there's also other platforms that we can do for delegation, decentralized finance, right? So, for example, I wanted to buy a little Kava. Let's see if I can find, where are we here? Okay. Let's say we want to buy some Kava. K-A-V-A. Right? We can buy Kava on Binance. Let's turn this off. Now, I want to buy some Kava, so I'm going to trade for BNB because there's some BNB in my account. All right, so we're going to go over here to buy Kava, and I'm going to use a market so it executes right away. I've got 3 BNB, so I'm going to slide this puppy almost to the top. I can't use all of it because I need to have a little left over for the fees. All right, so I'm going to hit buy Kava. Hopefully that'll execute right away. It did. Let's go over here to Spot Wallet, and we've bought our Kava on Binance, right? But where are we going to store this Kava? I want a safe and secure place to store my Kava where I control the private key. It's not supported on the ledger, but I believe it is supported with Trust Wallet. All right, so let's show you that. All right, so we've got our trusty Trust Wallet here. All right, let's get rid of the clutter. And I want Kava. So where the heck is Kava? How am I going to put Kava in here? Well, if you'll notice up there at the top, in the right, there's some like little settings, little gears. I'm just going to tap on it. It's right up here. I'm going to tap on those gears, and then I'm going to search for the coin I'm interested in. We'll do Kava. Right, there it is. So I just enable Kava by hitting that little ticker. It ticks it on, and now I cancel, which is kind of a weird interface. But okay, so I've ticked it, and now I cancel it. But it doesn't cancel my tick, right? The Kava, ooh, where did it all, oh, I'm still done. I'm not quite done yet. There's Kava down at the bottom, all right? Now, so let's hit Kava, and we want to receive some Kava. So how are we going to do that? We're going to tap that little receive, and there's my Kava address for my wallet. Now I need to get this into Binance somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it with myself, because I don't want to try to copy that whole thing in manually. That would be crazy, ludicrous. I wouldn't want to do that. That would be so error prone, right? We don't want to do that. So now I'm going to scroll this back up again so you can see the Kava down there. Let's go back to Binance. Actually, I'll move this out of the way for a moment. Let's see, where's my email? Ding, 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 ding. I guess I don't have it. All right, so we're going to go to email. Hopefully it won't give me too much trouble there. All right, there we go. There's my Kava address for my Trust Wallet. See, this makes it easier to copy and paste, so I don't have to try and type that stupid thing in by hand. That would be ridiculous, right? Let's hit withdrawal. All right, and I'm going to paste in that Kava address. Now, I don't need the memo, right? I'm sending it to my own wallet. My own wallet doesn't need the memo field, so I can safely ignore that. I'm going to hit max and just withdraw all 22 Kava. Willy-nilly, right? I'm not even going to do a test transaction because I trust myself. I'll hit submit. All right, I did not fill in the tag. I'm aware. I'm going to hit confirm. All right, now I got to jump through some hoops with Binance, right? I need to get a code for my email. All right, so we'll do that. Let's go over to crypto. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, there's the code, 672546. 672546. All right, that's the email code. Now I need my Google code. All right, so let's do that. Let's go over to Google Authenticator, and we got to make sure it's the Binance code, right? All right, there it is, 822790. 822790. All right, I got 20 seconds left. Let's hit submit. It liked it. It liked it very much. All right, let's go back over here to trust. And let's wait for that kava to come flying in, right? Whoops. Actually, it's not going to come flying in anytime soon because it does take a bit on Binance, right? So we can go to withdrawal history and check that, right? I won't, though, because you see all my withdrawals from today. I'll try. I don't know. I reveal so much personal information on these live streams. It's ridiculous. But, okay. I don't have NIM, so I cannot provide exact instructions. Ask the question. Can we ask you question after, Rex Nisley? You can always send me an email. So, well, I'm sorry, Thomas was saying, I had to transfer them in there to order to transfer to my ledger, but after I did, that my live isn't recognizing NIM, so they are stuck there. What's stuck? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying. My coins are on the NIMQ site stored. Okay. I hope I answered that NIM thing, but if you sent them somewhere, I'm not sure where you sent them. Let me put my email. The crypto. Yeah. You're always free to send me an email. That too, at least, right? All right, so I'm going to wait a little while for that kava to come in. Right. So remember, you had to create your third-party wallet using NIM, the NIMQ wallet. Right. So when you're in a situation like that and you're not sure, it should have been a dead giveaway when you went to your Ledger account interface and you tried to add, what in the heck is that? Boing. All right, so when you went to add account and you looked for NIM and it wasn't there, that should have been a dead giveaway. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. I put the NIM app on my device. Why isn't there an account for NIM in Ledger Live? That should be your dead giveaway, right? And normally what I do, which you saw me do earlier, is you just search for it. Ledger NIM, right? Right, and then you go to Ledger NIM support. Or in the case of one, we did Ledger Harmony. Whoops. Ledger Harmony 1, and I found a nice little article that gave me all the steps that I needed. Actually, I don't think this helped me that much, did it? Yeah. Okay, yeah, it did, right? It told me what to do. It said turn on developer, right? So usually if you Google Ledger and the name of the coin, you should find some support for what you're trying to do, which will help you, give you step-by-step instructions. Now, sometimes Ledger has a step-by-stepper and then a link to the third-party instructions that continue on, right? So, like I said, there are a lot of coins that don't have Ledger Live support, but you can store the private keys on the device, which is the best way to manage your private keys. So I know it's a pain, but you know. Now another thing, while we're waiting for that kava to come in, I can show you that. Once you get kava installed, there's the Cosmos Station app, right? Right? Let me go here just to show you. I think it's probably still there. No, it's not. Cosmos Station. As far as I know right now, for Kava, this is the only wallet that I know of that will allow you to actually stake on the Kava network. There is a way to do it on the Ledger, but it requires command line interface, which even for me was like very daunting. And I was like, do I really want to go through all this? Hey, there we go. Binance says we've successfully withdrawn it. Okay, so let's go back over to trust just to confirm, right? Where's trust? There's my Kava. Right now that there's Kava in there, it's at the top, right? So we got 22 Kava in the wallet now. Now Kava itself is a great coin just to have and hold, right? But it has a function, right? Just like Harmony One. I don't think I have any Harmony One. You could store Harmony One coin in trust as well, right? You can just add one, right? They have Harmony One. So I could transfer Harmony One coin right into my trust wallet and just hold the coin. I don't think you can I don't think you can delegate it in trust wallet. I think these are the coins that looks like you can actually delegate Kava. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I think that's new. Right? So let's see. Let's go to staking. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. More? Ah, there we go. Stake. Right, so, okay, I want to stake some Kava. Interesting. Right? Let's hit max. There's the max. Let's see. What's the valid? It's not much. Right? There's different validators. So you can stake your Kava right in Trust. Trust is a great wallet. Right? When you create a Trust wallet on your phone, you will be given a backup phrase, which you should write down and store in a safe place in case you lose your phone or anything like that. Right? I'm not going to stake my Kava right now. I'm just going to hang on to it because I haven't done the research as to how long, right? What all the finer points of staking are. I wish I'd have done that with Cosmos in Ledger Live. Anyway, so what I was saying is I can store Kava directly in this wallet and just reap the benefits of the value of Kava going up, right? I can store Kava coin in my wallet, which is pretty cool. But you can also use the Kava network either in Trust or that other wallet that I was telling you about. What's the name of this thing? Oh my God. Cosmos Station, right? It's a multi-coin wallet, right? And I've created a Kava wallet. I've created a Binance wallet. The Binance wallet has some Binance coin in it. And then when we do interchain transfer over to the Kava mainnet, I'm all ready to leverage my BNB. It tells me that they're full right now, right? They started this in July 15. Here it is July 18 and they're already full, right? Because I mean you're basically leveraging the coins, right? You're depositing the BNB in your Kava network, and then it generates stablecoin for you that you can borrow, right? You can withdraw it. Of course, your BNB is going to be locked until you repay it, right? And I will demo this when I get a chance, but I can borrow $500 worth of stablecoin if I deposit my BNB in there, and then I can unlock the BNB later by paying it back. Now, I could take that stable coin and go buy something else, right? Maybe another investment that goes up. And then I could pay back and get my BNB unlocked with the profits. Or I could lose it, right? And then kind of had my BNB locked until I repay $500 worth of something, right? Get another $500 worth of the stable coin out of my own pocket or whatever. So there's a risk involved, right? But it's cool that I can lend myself stablecoin by depositing my cryptocurrency that I already own, right? That's the future of decentralized finance, right? And the opposite is happening when we're staking, right? When we do the staking, we're the lenders, right? We're lending to other people who are borrowing from the network, and we're getting paid interest on those loans. So you can either use these DeFi platforms to actually borrow the coins yourself, and then you have to pay yourself back, right? It's a smart contract. Or you can delegate your coins to the network. Other people will borrow, and you'll get interest, right? So it's pretty cool how all this is working. Did you see Gemini is partnered with Brave to store BAT? Then we won't have to use Uphold if we don't want to. That's pretty cool, Dave. Uh, that's funny. Dave says, send me 10 Bitcoin, he'll send me 20 back. But YouTube blocked it, right? Well, that's pretty good, though. I mean, that's quite an offer. He's offering to multiply mine by 10. That's better than double. I think I might take you up on that, Dave. Who can pass that one up? All right, but that's great. I'm glad Dave brought that up because BAT tokens. If you're earning BAT tokens in your Brave browser, there's really only one way to get them out, and that is through Uphold. So it's cool that now we can withdraw our Brave rewards to Gemini if we want, right? So if I hit withdraw funds, it should just launch my Uphold account. I got to log in. All right. And you can manage your tokens in Uphold, right? You could actually, I could take that $3.40 and cash out, right? I could send it to US, my bank or whatever. And you can accumulate those over the months, right? As you can see, I usually cash out every month. So you're only seeing my monthly earnings, right? But that's not bad just for using a browser and seeing ad alerts at the bottom, which can easily be dismissed. So we talk more about Brave in the future, but there's a link in the description below where you can click and download Brave and learn how it works, earn cryptocurrency while watching ads, and it blocks the normal pop-up ads and all the trackers. I love Brave. It's a great browser. Right? Yeah, not sure about when that's gonna be, but they probably just announced it. But I wouldn't, Brave BAT is a great thing. So I'm glad some other companies are getting involved in that. That's great. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't talk much about that Elrond coin that we were talking about earlier. I've never heard of it. I didn't know where to find it. And we were kind of working on some other things. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I can see there were a lot of people here, a lot of questions. I apologize if I didn't get to any of your questions. Feel free to shoot me an email. I put it here, the CryptoDad at Gmail. And hopefully I can answer your question. If it's phrased properly to where I understand what you're asking me. And thanks for joining me. So let's see if this thing works here. Don't forget, I do this every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me next week for the live Q&A from Michigan, where hopefully I'll be better prepared. We'll have more news to talk about. There'll be crypto to move around. There'll be questions that need to be answered. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit. I know I did tonight. So don't forget. Also, I'm doing these on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Try to stick to that too. I've come back from my vacation. And keep an eye out for any videos that I might be posting on how-tos on the Ledger or other wallets. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.